One.
So, Mark Murphy will be tagged by bloody McDonald.
Yep.
Okay. Look, another guy you could look at if you're interested is Joel Selwood. He's been doing okay. He had that bad 69 or 70 last week against Reigns. He's going to be back on fire against Melbourne. Scores of 178, 110, 131, 105, 120 his last 5. Smashes them. And he's back at Cardinia Park.
Yeah.
Right? Now everyone writes to me. But Calvin, Magna will tag him. Yeah, he probably will. Like,
is Magna that good at tagging?
What am I, a Melbourne AFL coach? I can't tell you who's tagging, but I reckon Magna will tag him. Magna did a good job on Boyd.
Yeah.
Right? But Boyd doesn't have, like, what's his name? Magna could go to Jimmy Bartell.
Yeah, there's plenty of options.
He could go to Kelly. He could go to a whole bunch of them. Most likely, if I'm a betting man, which I am, love punt, he will go to Selwood. Yeah. Selwood will kill him. Selwood will get 130 points just in tackles alone.
Can I just say something?
Say it.
If you picked Selwood, did you not take into account that he will be tagged every week?
Yep.
Yeah. Bar probably 4 games this year where they don't tag anyone?
Yeah. Oh,
so sure. I don't know why people would pick him if they're really concerned.
Concerned about a tag. He's been tagged for like ages. Yeah. All last year. Yeah. And he still get it done.
When you look at his scores, they are his scores as a tagged player.
Agree.
So
another team I like, another guy I like is your boy Rocky.
My boy.
Coming off a couple of big scores, and don't forget what Collingwood did to Essendon last week. Swanee, Beams, Pendleton all had big scores.
Oh my God, he's going to be massive.
He's going to be massive, and especially when Hocking will obviously go to Black, which leaves Rocky running around big time. So
yeah.
Anyway, that's just out of interest. At this stage, 33% of people have locked in Swanee as captain.
Yeah.
18% Mark Murphy, 16% Joel Selwood, being the top 3.
The pig's going to fly again.
The pig will fly.
The pig will fly.
Awesome.
I'm done.
All right.
Pat me out off.
What comes next? We're
Okay.
going to talk about some things.
Yeah, we're going to talk about a couple of things. Now, we've touched on this with a bit of banter at the very start, but Gaz, at this stage, is it a good trade out, bad trade out? Boys, thoughts, Warn Dogs.
Well, while I did say that 2 weeks I was going to be happy with, you probably want 3 weeks to really call it a win that way. However, there is obviously the part of that going, Gary, it's Gary. You got to get him back somehow. All those sorts of things. Break even's low, so he's not going to actually come down in value when he comes back or anything like that. So there's all of that. But I think 3 weeks would. I think you'd have to call it a win for what you're going to get.
Definitely.
Although this week, I think most people would have been happy with whoever their bench player was coming on for them.
Yeah,
because those guys did pretty well when you had
like
Magna was an
86,
86,
McDonald was
90. So, like those guys
Green
coming,
got 90.
yeah, those guys coming on were pretty good. So
okay, now Solomon's come out this week and said he's going to be another 3, but then McKenna's come out and said he's got full flexibility back. Basically, he started running. He hopes he's back next week for the all-important GWS game.
Yep.
Vate, what do you reckon?
He will definitely be back next week, and I've said it before, because they have to beat GWS, because if they don't, Guy McKenna will get the arse, and they will lose thousands, possibly $1 million worth of membership sponsorship if they get beat by the worst team, and therefore could be the Wooden Spooners.
Yeah.
It's a massive game, just from a franchise point of view.
They need to be showing
They have
progress.
to. Now, Guy McKenna wants Gary to play that game.
Badly. He
And
needs him to play
He
that
needs
game.
him. Career. Of course he does.
Yeah.
And Gary will want to play that game. Low break even. He'll come out and smack out
Wants
a
a win
huge,
too. Don't forget he's a winner
score.
that play.
They need to get a win. Now, the thing is this. If he missed 1 week, it was a bad trade.
Yeah.
If he misses 2, I'm going to call that par. He misses 3, it's a lot. It's a win.
Yeah.
Okay, so at this stage, the guys who have done it, they've done okay, because a lot of them went to Swanee and they've got the
I'll
rewards.
tell you what, it's
for
a failed trade at the moment for anyone that went to Stanton.
Oh,
massively. Yeah.
That is a failed trade.
So the thing is, though,
at this stage,
do you trade him this week? Now, we discussed it earlier, and I said, well, let's go straight from Ablett to Mark Murphy.
Yeah, it makes up the ranking.
Makes you about 40, 50 grand. You can use that to dump onto someone else, and it will put you up the rankings this week. But in the next few weeks, Ablett is going to surely, he will be better than, and then it'll be better than Mark Murphy, okay, in the long run, right? Of course. But is that worth that one trade?
It's amazing, and it's such a
This
topic
week
of
it's
interest
really
at the
hard,
moment
yeah.
because everyone's trying to get this information, and
Yeah.
you've either done one of two things: you've held him or you've traded him, and it is causing a lot of aggression in the Twitter sphere.
It does.
Because anyone that has traded him out is passionately backing that at the moment
Yeah.
because it looks like he's going to be out for a long time. But everyone that's holding is aggressively passionate about it.
So what are we going to do? What are you going to do at this point with Gary?
I'm going to have to hold again. However, I'm going to be watching the Footy Show
Bloody
tonight
hell.
See how he looks.
to see what he's looking like.
How he walks out on the stage.
How he walks, what his body language is like. He's a real
The
up and
little
about.
twitches when they're talking.
The reason I was confident was because I watched him walk out to a press conference like the day after.
Yeah.
Compression bandage, walked, I'm going to say, at about 85%.
Yeah.
He didn't look too bad.
Yeah.
And I thought, geez, he's actually going to be all right.
Interesting that he's only just started running though. In the last day or two.
Yeah, right.
Like
yeah.
that's pretty big.
It is. So anyway, jury is still out with that, and that's a really frustrating thing.
So tonight, on the Footy Show, that is the key to whether or not
yeah,
you're going
I'm
to play.
keeping. I'm
Watch.
keeping though.
Yeah.
Watch eye contact. Watch when he blinks.
Yeah.
When they're asking him about his injuries and stuff.
Yeah.
Very important. That's what a good dream team coach does.
Well done, dog.
So you watch their blinks, do you?
Yeah.
I've got 24 trades left.
All right, next issue is Nat 5. These two blokes got rid of him for White Cross. I've still got him. Now,
Shut up about that. You could have just said we got him out.
all right, they got White Cross in. You should too. Now, what are we going to do? Obviously, you have to trade because it's 12-week injury, all those sorts of things. We all know that. Now, who's it to? Here's little DT 101 advice. He was a premium. He was a keeper. You've got to get someone in that you see as a keeper for your team for the whole year. That said, it doesn't have to be an ultimate premium, which is what I'm looking for. I'm going to go to Chapman.
Right.
I'll just go up to Chapman.
Ultimate injury prone.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay.
Why not get rid of
Person
one
who will get rested soon because of hamstring tightness.
No.
He's all good.
Is he 2 years younger than the last couple of years, is he?
No, he's fine.
Okay.
He was
This
good last
ultimate premium, sorry to interrupt, keep
Who
going.
should I get instead that's better than him?
Drummond.
Or around his price, there's a couple of guys, I don't know. Around the price, I've forgotten who they all are now.
Well, you look at
there's-
Mitch Robinson and Steele Sidebottoms.
Still,
They're
they're a bit
the
more.
two that you want.
I
Oh, sorry,
think
they're
still
more.
you want to get on. He's in some form. But Calvin's boy, if you got the coin, get up to Dane Beams.
Beam up.
Beam me up.
Beam me up.
Yeah, he's good.
He's he's the pick of him.
Beam me up, Calvin.
Yeah.
That's what he's been saying to me all week.
But, Roy,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
considering, and it's not for this trade,
No.
but who are you considering to get in?
And if I was in that position again now, being that like I've got your Robinson and Sidebottom and that already, if instead of the White Cross, I would have been considering a bit of a money maker. So it's not doing what you said, the ultimate premium, but
He will still
going
end
down
up,
to sheer value in Christensen, not just because he got those back-to-back hundreds, but the potential to average 90 is there, which is that if that's your second last or last on there,
like you're getting him
you
in,
do worse.
you do have to keep him there as your 6th or 7th.
Yeah.
He's a keeper.
What
Yeah, but he does
advise-
have that link actually. But yeah,
I advise people to go and read Deck of Dream Team from right at the start of the year and have a look at what was written about him. I can't remember who did him. I might have even done him and talked about his end of the year last year. He came home like a freight train.
it was very sub-affected to his
Yep.
scores. Now, can I just say
It's one of the
something?
most sub players, I think. Last year.
Now, even though I'm talking him up as a possible trade in, can I tell you a negative that you shouldn't get too excited about his back-to-back hundreds?
Why is that?
Last year, he had hundreds against both of those teams as well.
Yeah.
It's like they're a couple of his pet teams.
Oh, right.
So Brisbane was one, and maybe Richmond was the
Someone's
other.
been doing their research.
I did have a look at him. Yes.
Well done.
Can I throw a name out there? And I've not even looked at him because I can't because of his name. Clancy Pearce.
I know you cannot possibly do it, but it just seems so right.
Hasn't he averaged 103 in his last 4 games
Yeah.
or something like that?
Guess who had him from the start?
Who?
Luke the Duke, Arback.
Really?
Yeah, that was his roughie.
Wow.
Stuck with him through that bye in the first. Sub in the first.
Choppy's
year.
got Clancy Pearce too.
Does he?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Clancy,
That's
he's a
amazing.
good pick at the moment.
Yeah.
Could you do it?
I don't
He'll get
know.
more midfield
No, he
time,
doesn't.
I think, because of 5. He's a tackler. He's a tackler too. He gets his points. I would not touch
No,
it.
you couldn't.
He's just not a really good
All right.
footballer.
Next issue is The rucks.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, the rucks. What a useless bunch of
Rucking
twits
out.
they are.
There would be someone out there that has gone Mumford to Sandilands to Cruise.
Yep.
Someone would have done
Yep.
that.
Potentially.
Definitely.
Well, we nearly did it.
We nearly bloody did
We
it.
nearly did.
Holy hat.
So the issues you've got, and
Delete.
obviously, and leave Sandilands in that mix as well.
Yeah.
Right? So that's massive. What are you going to do this week if you've got a sandy donut
Yep.
and
Yucky.
you can't eat it? You got a sandy donut and you're just going to sit him on the bench.
Go and wash it.
Should you take the donut or should you trade him this week?
You're not coming back from Sandal over a donut.
No.
I don't think they'd take it back at the shop.
What are you going to do with it then?
You're going to have to get rid of it. You're going to have to throw it. So that means trade it in for nothing, but try to get something for nothing.
Yeah.
Do you know what?
So,
Do you know what?
no, you're going to have to trade.
Do you know what has created this bloody issue? Stevenson and Redden.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, your big guns are getting injured. Oh, sit them on the bench. It doesn't matter. But yes, it does, because these guys, did Redden, I think he actually sat out last week completely from all forms of the game, and now he's gone back into the twos.
Yeah.
So did he?
It could have always happened to us. We've gone with that.
Oh, we
combo,
knew that. Yeah.
but it's happened a lot. Thing is, our premiums are the ones who are like failing to get fit for games, and then it's the other guys who can't get a bloody game.
Yeah.
The amount of injuries. Cox, how many rucks have played every game this year? Quality. Cox has played every game.
Yeah.
Nat Nui has been scoring
He's
pretty
been
well.
awesome.
He's good.
You know?
Yeah.
H-Mac.
H-Mac's the pick of the rucks. So
He is
far.
the best so far. We got him in
Paddy.
2 weeks ago.
Ryder's been good.
Paddy Ryder, he had a couple of poor ones though,
Yeah.
but he's been all right.
Yeah.
There's not many.
It's been a problem issue.
It's massive.
Now, personally, I would be trading somewhere to avoid this
Don't take a
black
donut.
donut.
Get rid of your
It
donut.
might even be Redden to Billy.
Ren to Billy Longer could be an option. But how long's Billy Longer there? How long's old mate?
It's a shit trade, but I just couldn't
Yeah.
just continually
And you're not
sit
going to
there.
get a heap from it. Like, oh, God.
I
It's
couldn't
crazy.
continually sit there and look at that. Want to do a few Twitter questions?
Yep, let's get into them. All right, so let's get this little thing up. Alrighty, so let's get into these Twitter questions. This is something a little bit new and special. Alright, I can hardly read it. Is it worth going Reddit longer to avoid another sandy donut? There we go. Hashtag DT Talk Live. Well, yes.
Yes, I think I would do it.
I will not be taking any donuts for if I could potentially help it.
If we knew more about Sandy, it would be
I
great,
know,
wouldn't it?
because I am so close to saying just go Stanlands to Macintosh.
Yeah. God.
I'd do the small trade of Redden, and I'd be just covering that donut.
Okay.
God.
It's
It's tough.
It's a very hard position.
Even a hold could even be in there.
It could.
Yep.
It's
Because
probably
if
the
you are
common
going
sense.
longer, you're getting 50. Is 50 points this week worth a trade?
Probably not.
Not at all.
No,
Definitely
it's not at all.
No.
Yeah.
No.
No.
All right, next one. Okay, so here we go. This is from Griff. Actual question for us. Do you upgrade to an Uber Premium or two Rising Stars first? For example, 350k spent on Swan, or get Christian and Bo Waters in, for example. So do a couple of upgrades to those guys.
I see.
What do you reckon?
It definitely depends on how dud the two people you're upgrading to
Yeah.
Bo. And,
So, like, if one was Devon Smith,
yeah.
break even's getting close to his
So yeah,
potential.
Devon Smith. If it
Sub
was like
there.
Devon Smith and one of those Richmond boys,
Yep. Yeah.
I would
You'd
probably
feel
do
pretty
it.
good about that.
I'd be definitely doing that. Like it just makes your team a lot more solid. And who says that Swanee isn't going to come out and do something and score a 60? The other guys pump out 90s. It just round out your team.
And with that too, like if you're going to upgrade to Swan, you're probably getting rid of one of those midfielders that have gone up, and they've got a fair bit of growth to go to.
Yep,
So
definitely.
your Magnus, your McDonald's, etc. have got
Yeah.
a fair bit of room to move up there.
I think I'd do the mini.
Do the
Two
mini.
minis.
All right, next question here, which is a little bit bigger. All right, ruck coverage during the multi-buy round. Most have Giles and another round 11 premium, so like Cox or H-Mac or Big Sauce Jacobs, with Big O and Redden out.
Yeah.
Like not
I know, because I'm in this position. I'm just hoping that at least one of those two are back, and then I'll take one
Take a
donut.
donut.
I'll take one.
We
of
might
mine.
have to take
So,
two.
I
Would you
want-
take two donuts down there?
Probably, yes, I would.
Well, that's the thing. Come buy round, we're going to be talking a lot about that and what is acceptable to take how many donuts a week should you be taking?
Yep.
Because let's face it, we're going to have to eat some. I'll set up a whole bunch on the desk and we'll eat them all show.
However
Alright.
many donuts you get.
You have to
That's
eat
how
them.
many you eat, yeah.
What a great
Jesus.
game. I'm going
Oh,
to have so many donuts. But yeah, we'll talk about what's an acceptable amount, but don't worry about it now.
Yeah.
Because if you try to patch it up now, who says that the big O and Redden aren't going to turn up the play? You know, you just
They
can't
could
do it.
well and truly be in.
Yeah, so you just got to wait and see.
Yeah.
All right, next tweet in. This comes from Tom. Devon Smith, will he play? Named on the extended bench. No emergencies playing. Use cash and upgrade him to Christensen.
I reckon that's a no-brainer. If you're emergency, so he's probably got, who would we have? Aaron Hall and Tory Dixon, maybe. They're not in. So, yeah, go Devon Smith up. We know those teams on Friday evening.
Yeah.
However, it's probably worth that trade to do anyway.
Well, and Devon Smith's nearly at his end, isn't he?
Well, his break-even's 40.
Yeah.
If he gets a sub, he's not getting that.
No.
So
Look, he's probably he's probably a 65 average player anyway.
Do you
But
know what?
probably not going up a hell of a lot.
No.
This is tough because he is a scorer.
Yeah.
yeah, he has been.
He
Yeah,
is a scorer.
But
It's just
for a quick fix, like to avoid what could potentially be a donut,
And it is an
and then to
upgrade.
have Christensen, so
it's a good trade.
We're always talking about Christensen being, 6th or 7th, easily,
I
90
like
plus average.
get him in there and start
Do
it
it.
off.
I
Yep.
like him.
Do it.
All right, last question I've got on here is, what Brisbane pub are you boys deciding on?
Oh,
Well, I think it's going to be the Pineapple Hotel. We'll confirm that next week.
wow.
Apparently we've been
Well,
walking
we are
down
in
to the
Brisbane.
Gabba. So it is perfect. So we'll be down there on Saturday afternoon. If anybody is keen for a beer, you don't even have to go to the Gabba or anything afterwards. If you want to come down and watch Saturday have a footy, talk some Dream Team with us, that'd be great. And buy us a beer. That'd be bloody fantastic.
Why
so
not?
that's
Why
what we
not?
got there. Now, boys, do you have any of your own Twitter
Yeah,
questions?
I got one from Jonathan, a Twitter question here. Trade Clay Smith to Horsley or Pfeiffer. This is to cover a donut for him, and he's wondering about job security. Give us your thoughts there, Calvin.
My God, that's massive because I'm in
It
the
is.
same sort of situation here because I want a bit of cash to get Boomer in
Yeah.
for Devon Smith or Paul, so most likely Devon Smith. But what? Okay, Horsley, been a gun. He was a rookie listed player. He's now been promoted up. No Ablett, getting way more clock. Okay, of course. He's on the bench. He's on the bench. Named last on the bench. Knocked out a big score last week. I think he's pretty safe. Why would you bring a guy from the waffle
Yeah.
to join you at the age of 24 if you're not going to play him?
I know.
Okay? He will play. The other guy, Pfeiffer, on an extended bench, which has got about 25 blokes sitting on it, and there's probably only 3 of them that I've heard before.
Yeah.
His job security, I think, is also secure for now because of Wingard
Great.
and Robbie Gray.
Yep.
Okay? Same thing. Why would Port get a guy, an ex-player from Carlton, over to the team if they weren't going to use him in situations like this? I think they're both okay. If I'm going to tell you which one is more okay, job security, this week, well, of course, Horsley's already named. I can't split them. But
I know.
But Pfeiffer does give you that dual position link, which is going to be very handy in about 5 weeks' time when you are filling your team around for the bye round.
Mm.
Do you have a passionate one there?
No, I don't. I do like Horsley with what he can do, I think.
I like his
His
potential.
potential.
Yep.
It's going to be good.
His ceiling is going to be far better.
The dual position link could be handy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I also think it's depending if you need them. Okay, for me
Yeah.
personally, I've got Shield. I'm looking to get rid of him. Now you're like, well, I need to get rid of him.
Yeah.
Okay, because I need that coin. But Shield is less important to me than what Devon Smith is.
Yeah.
Okay, because my midfield is strong, and I just use McDonald or Magna and sort of flip them all around. I've never used Shield once. I don't need him there. So, you know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say? Whereas a Devon Smith, he's on and off each week.
Yeah.
But Shield I've never even looked at putting him on.
And he's gone up a fair bit in value.
Yeah,
Still
so
got growth.
I've used Shield round 1 when he got subbed off.
Oh, good move.
Stupidest frigging move
Yeah.
anyone's ever done.
So I guess it depends on your structure and how your team fits. For me, I reckon I'm going to go probably Pfeiffer because I want the link.
Yep.
And I'm probably switching him for Shield, and I'm happy for Pfeiffer just to sit there and do nothing.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Fair call.
Tough. Sorry.
Hope that answers
Made no
your
sense.
question, Jonathan.
All right. Well, let's have a look now at winning a $60 voucher from Archie. So everyone who's still tuned in there, all amongst it, getting amongst it massively. Calvin, you got a question for me?
Yeah, the question's this. So this is thanks to our friends at Meathead and Archie. You get a $60 Archie voucher to spend at Meathead, which is the shop that blokes love to shop at when blokes don't like to shop stuff. What's the website? Meathead.com.au.
Get a tweet ready.
Get your at DT Talk ready to go. And this is your question. Now, I reckon this week we're after a player's name, and I want his full name.
Full name?
Not just last name.
Spelt correctly?
Spelt correctly, first and last name. Can't get much clearer than that. The question is, are you about to tweet it? Yeah.
I try to win this every week.
Yeah, I know you
Do
do.
you know the answer?
No.
The question is this. Last week, round 5,
Yes.
who was Warnie's captain?
Nice.
Send it right now.
Right.
Who was Warnie's captain last week?
So who had the C clicked on him?
That's basically what I mean.
Right, okay.
Who was
Interesting.
Warnie's captain last week? I need his full name. People are typing it in now. And the first person through will win the $60 Archie voucher that they can spend at Meathead.
And we have a winner.
And the answer was, Dog?
Oh, a couple of people put Dane Swan in. Bom, bom. It was Rogers with a stiffy. Put in Tory Dixon. Spelled it all correctly, so well done. At 13_stitches, you are the man. We'll be in contact with a few... Far out, a lot of people are entering this.
Dude, well done.
Yeah, good stuff.
DT Talk will write to you very shortly and we'll let you know how you go about claiming your Archie prize that you can spend at Meathead. Thanks to the boys there. Love your hat, Dog.
Yeah.
Brilliant. There's my little
That's
flash.
such a wicked little prize at the end of this show,
Isn't it?
Isn't it?
It's easy.
Oh, I've had
Thanks for
great
sticking
time
around.
sitting down having beer for an hour, and now I'll just go spend $60.
So just a heads up, that's how it's going to work each week. There'll be something that obviously that's happened on the website or maybe happened in the show, like Dog saying that earlier, and you're going to need to be either a quick typer and with a good memory.
Yeah,
Pretty
excellent.
simple.
Don't forget too, what happens this week, boys? Eliminator starts.
Oh, wicked.
I'm going to try to get through the first week of that this year. That'll be
Yeah,
fantastic.
I did
Although
my
I'm playing an opponent
Yeah.
who made their team later. Okay, that's part of the rules. You can do that, but they've got a full squad.
Wow.
It's not fantastic, but
Oh
they have a
my
full
God,
squad.
I hope you get knocked out.
I
that
hope we
will
do.
be-
Good on here, Roy. Roy's got a little sound effect for
He
that.
does. I can't wait till he's doing it.
Yeah.
Is that going to be pre-recorded? Because he prefers it pre-recorded.
Jeez,
I
I reckon
do.
we could nearly do that.
I prefer it pre-recorded.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
My guy, I didn't recognise a lot of his players. I didn't know they existed.
Do you have paper talk in it?
Except
Because yeah, haven't you seen him?
No.
He'll be in my team when I'm just trying to cash down a low price player. Paper talk. He'll be
No
a premiership
way.
player with the Warm Dogs.
Yeah, right.
Paper talk.
Yeah. What a
My guy
good
got
name.
1,500 last week.
Ooh.
So
Push it.
he's an up-and-coming team. He's like GWS.
All right, I reckon that's it.
That is it.
All right.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Time to watch the credits. See ya.
See ya.